Rubex sharing files, folders, and drawers with users, guest users, and groups has never been easier. And you can do so from two separate platform locations, that being the browser and the mobile app. Each of these virtual locations access the same secure database. The 8 cabinets you see here in the browser are the same 8 cabinets you see here in the mobile app. So from the browser and mobile app, you can share files and documents. In addition, now you can share folders with all of their filings, and you can even share entire drawers with all their folders, subfolders, and files. So this is what you can share, and this is who you can share it with. You can share with guest users, and groups. In addition, the mobile app allows you to access your personal or company email to share files directly from rubex. This feature is not available in the browser. However, our integration with DocuSign is uniquely available in the browser. And I will demonstrate this feature in a few minutes. It's important first to note which users have permission to share. The administrator user has full permissions. The custom user is an administrator of sorts without the full spectrum of system permissions. Here you see a list of those permissions. If all these permissions are checked, then that person is an administrator. However, if just one of these permissions is removed, like the user management position up here, then this person becomes a custom user. The permission required for a custom user to be able to share is data exchange. This allows access to share items and send file requests. The sharing only user has permission to share, however, a standard user does not. I will now go live into the browser to demonstrate the rubex searching features. Okay, I have opened up a browser to the eFileCabinet homepage. I can come over here to sign in, and I can come then down to rubex and sign into rubex. But what I've done is up on the top bar here is I've created a link to eFileCabinet branded. I have branded my eFileCabinet rubex account, and I can simply sign in very quickly. And as I do, you'll see my cabinets to the left here. And I am going to go into the Human Resource Cabinet, and down to the Documents drawer, you're going to see a couple of different folders, an insurance form folder that has 2 files in it, and also an onboarding folder that has 3 documents in it. And from here, I'm going to take this employee's handbook and I'm going to share it with a person. And here's the handbook. There's several ways to share this. To the right, there is the share icon that's been around for about 10 years. And I can click on this icon and this window opens up. Or I can come up to the toolbar up here to the share drop down and click on share the handbook. There we go again. Or I can right click, a lot of right click functionality, and choose share. So 3 ways to get to the same results. Now take a look at this window. The first thing is to who. Who do we want to share to? And this drop down allows you to look at all the guest users you have and just eyeball and choose one. That could be cumbersome if you have a lot of guest users or groups. I can come down here and I have 3 different groups. Okay, so what I want to do is come up here. I know the person I'm looking for, so I'm going to type in that person's name, and there he is, John Bueller. If I want to put another person in here, I can. If I want to put a group in here, I can. So I can put multiple people that I can send this document to. Then I'll put a message in here. Here you go. And then down here, there's 3 different features. So it is a drop down. The first is permissions. What level of permissions do I want to give John to this file? Now he already has read permissions. That means he can see the document, download it to his computer, but I'm also going to give him write permissions. So now he's able to not only take the document down, but he's able to make changes and put it back if there were need to do that. Notifications, I have upload. So when I actually share this document, John will receive an email letting him know that this document has been sent to him, and there will be a link in the email so that he can click on it. Now, expiration is another cool feature. Okay, so let's say I want this document available to John for X amount of days, months, or years. So I'm going to come down here and just go out a month to April 19th. And then when I hit share, John will receive that email. So let's do that. And then we'll take a look at my email. I've set it up in an email pretending it's John's email, and we'll take a peek at it as it comes in. And so here's that email that has come in. It says eFileCabinet status. The filing activity recently occurred on your eFileCabinet account. Okay, let's click on this. This is what he's receiving. And so you can see here the filing activity occurred on your eFileCabinet account. Paul Conterio shared Employee Handbook PDF with you with the filing message. Here you go. So all he has to do at this point is click on this link, and it'll take him to his eFileCabinet account, which I've already logged in here. This is John Bueller's account. And so when he comes here, it would take him to the document up here. Also in the Activity Center, you can see Paul Conterio shared Employee Handbook. So he can see this here. If he clicks on this link here or the email link, it takes him to the document I just shared with him. And so let's see the kinds of permissions he has, which over here, this allows him to download the document. He can copy it. He can double click on it. He can open it, make changes, put it back. Okay, back in my admin account, I'm going to show you how to send multiple documents at one time and share them. But before I do that, notice up in my Activity Center, there's a number 1. That tells me I have one new notification. So when I click on that, it says the file Employee Handbook was downloaded by John Bueller. So John Bueller downloaded that file. I have notification of it. If I'm done with that notification, this is an internal notification. I can click Dismiss All. All right. So to send multiple files, very simple. Let's say I want to send this Word document, and I'm going to use my Control key and click this Excel document, right-click, and simply go down to Share. You see now both of those documents are ready to be shared, and I would then fill out the rest of this information similar to what I just showed you. Now if I wanted to send an entire drawer or folder, let's do the folder first. I come to the folder either here or here, and I can come over here and share it. I can come up here and share it, or I can right-click and share it, and I'll do that. Now if I send this to someone or a group of people, they will have this folder with these 3 documents contained therein. I can also come up to a drawer and do the exact same thing. I can right-click on that drawer. I can go down to Share, and then you see the drawer up here, and whoever I send this drawer to, they'll have access to everything in the drawer. Now I could go down, maybe it's very sensitive information. Make sure they only have read-only permissions. That means they can't make any changes to any of the documents. They can't delete it or anything else like that. Okay, let's say I have multiple files and items I wish to send John from different locations. How do I do that? Well, I come up here to this cool feature, Portfolios, and I'm going to create a new portfolio, and I'm going to call this just John, and save it. So now I have a portfolio called John. I'll come back to the items I wish to send him. So let's say I want to send this entire onboarding folder to John. I can right-click on that, and what I do is add it to the portfolio I just created called John. Now that's one of the items in that portfolio. And let's say in this insurance form folder, I wish to send him the life insurance application document. I right-click on that and add that to John's portfolio. Okay, then one other thing, I want to send a menu that he wanted. So I'm going to search for that, and it's in the comments. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to click on this menu, and it will take me to a preview window here so we can take a look at it. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to go to the location of that menu. So I'm going to right click and come down to Add to Portfolio, John. Now I come up to my portfolios and I go to John, and there are the three items. There's the menu, there's the folder, and there's the third document, the life insurance application form. And I simply highlight all of them, and then I go and right click and share. And now you can see I can send this to John Bueller. There's John Bueller. And I am just going to share it really quick. I'm not going to do anything else. You've seen that. But here's John's login. So you're going to see what's going to happen here. You're going to see a folder, and these two documents are going to show up. So let me do that. Share it. And then bring John's eFileCabinet rubex account in and refresh it. And notice up here under the Activity Center, the number 2 notifications. Paul Conterio shared multiple items with you, and you can see here's the onboarding folder, and there is the life insurance document and the menu. In addition, here is the email notification that he received. Paul Conterio shared multiple items with you. And so that's how you can share using the browser, which is a fantastic feature now. Those of you who remember Secure Drawer were able to bring it all together inside eFileCabinet Rubex on one platform. I'm now going to demonstrate sharing using the eFileCabinet mobile app and really how simple it is. And so setting this up, I'm going to show you, I have my mobile app here. And so let me bring in, I've mirrored it so you can see in real time what I'm doing. At the bottom right-hand corner, there's the eFileCabinet icon that puts me into my mobile app. And you can see on my smartphone, I am accessing the same database, the same 8 cabinets that exist in my mobile app. You can see also in Rubex. Now I'm also going to show you a different user in the same account. And notice this person has access to 4 cabinets, not the 8 that I do. And so as I demonstrate this to you, I'm going to use both accounts and the mobile app. But I'm going to jump off now so you don't have to see me anymore as I show you really how simple it is to share files using the eFileCabinet mobile app. So I'm going to start by going back up to my portfolios, and this time looking in favorites. And I see there's nothing in that drawer. Then I'm going to come back, and what I'm going to do is in the Human Resource Cabinet, I'm going to favor a drawer, a folder, and a file. And the drawer I'm going to favor is John Bueller's. I'm going to right click on that and simply go down to Add to My Favorites. Okay, and so now you can see that's one of my favorites. Then I'm going to go up to the documents, and I'm going to favor this entire folder here with these 2 documents. Right click, add it to my favorites. And then under applicants, I'm going to the resume folder, and I'm going to Bob Jensen's resume, and I'm going to right click on that and add that to my favorites. And so as I go back up to the portfolio here, you can see those items now are part of my favorites. All right, I'm going to start by moving the admin account out and bringing in that standard user to whom I wish to share with, and then bringing in my smartphone and going down to the mobile app, and then moving in the mobile app to where I can identify all the favorites that I just set up. Okay, and so you can see here are cabinet favorites. There are none. Here's a drawer that's been favored. Here is that folder that's been favored, and there is the document. And so let's say I want to share the document. I just click on the little share icon here and click it again. Do I want to share it to my email, which I can do right here, right from my smartphone, or do I want to share it directly? I click on directly here. And what kind of permissions do I want to give? Read, write. And then I can put a message in here if I want to. But before I do that, I want to identify who I want to share this with. This opens up a window that shows my guest users, users, and groups. I'm going to share this with a user, and let's come down to the user. That's the user, and then I'm going to click the share button. Okay, your item was shared successfully. Okay, awesome. Now let's try another one. Let's just try this drawer, and let's do the same thing with the drawer. And let's give write permissions, and let's come to the same person. And here's that same person, and share. Okay, and that was shared successfully. Okay, so let's move the mobile app away, and let's see what's happened here. I'm going to log in and log out of this account. And there you can see John Bueller's drawer with the entire folder structure. And you can see the read-write permissions that I had given John. Okay, in conclusion, I just want to share a couple more things really quick. I'm going to move that standard user off the screen. I'm coming back with the main user here. You can see this little heart. That's one of my favorites. If I want to unfavor something, just click in that heart and that is no longer favored. If I come up to the portfolio, you'll see that that's gone. I can also unfavor directly from the portfolio. Okay, the other thing I want to share with you really quickly, if I want to share anything, again, I can right click and share to someone who is not a guest user or a user. I can simply type that person's email in here. They will receive an invitation to become a guest user, so then I'd be able to send them whatever I need to. All right, thanks for taking the time to watch Rubik's Sharing, and I hope you have a great day.